Good afternoon. In this class, we will continue to study about the interrogative adverb how with the examples. The first example that the interrogative adverb how is applied in is this. How many places have you been to? In this class, the speaker applies the interrogative adverb how to describe the definition of the determiner many, and the determiner many describes the general noun places. So we can say that, the interrogative adverb how describes the general noun places in the indirect way, and this phrase of the general noun places, because places, the noun or the general noun places is described by the determiner and the adverb in the indirect way. So we can say that the core expression of the phrase is the general noun places. So we can say that this phrase is the phrase of the general noun places, and the general noun places is one of the indication. So we can say that the phrase of the general noun places has the role of the object to receive the definition of the preposition to from the subject, who are the subject, including the speaker. And we can see that this clause is stated in the present perfect tense. This means that the speaker tries to describe the experience of the subject that is declared to complete it at the present. And the present perfect tense is perfect, is good for describing the experience of the subject. We can check the premise for describing the experience of the subject in a way to admit that a period is needed for an experience. The form of the past participle been which describes the subject in the indirect way after describing the intransitive verb have. We can say that the form of the past participle been reveals that the subject, including the speaker, or the time receiver, the period receiver for the experience. And the subject, we can say that the subject respond to the flow of time, to the flow of the period in a way to exist with the form of the past participle, with the definition of the past participle been based on the definition, the primary definition of the be verb. During the period of the experience of the subject, who just exists during the period, have an orientation to some places, and the speaker intends to know about the magnitude of the places as the object of the preposition to, while the speaker intends to know about while the speaker specifies the definition of the determiner many by the interrogative adverb how. We can clearly understand what the speaker intends to know from the clause. The past participle been reveals that the subject to include the speaker respond to a period with the existence as the object of the period. This can be the primary discussion for stating a clause in the perfect tense. The preposition to mediate the subject, to include the speaker and the object places is classified into an adverb. So the noun places as the object of the preposition to is included in the phrase of the trait as an adverb. How many places? The trait is a noun. I'm sorry. How many places? Because the general noun places is the core of the phrase. How many places? The determiner many specifies the assumed range of the object indicated by the noun places. So the interrogative adverb how specifies the condition that is already assumed by the description of the determiner. Description about the determiner many. This is the explanation to analyze this clause. This interrogative clause is stated in the first type of clause constituted with the object of the preposition to. How many places? That also has the trait as an adverb to form a unit with the preposition to. Classified as an adverb, the intransitive verb have the subject we, the adverb been that describes the intransitive verb, and the preposition to as an adverb. One of the possible responses is stated in the first conference. In this conference, we have been to the 4 places. In this clause, we can see that the expression, the toward, the and for the 2 determiners correspond to the interrogative adverb how. The speaker specifies the definition of the past participle being indirectly with the preposition to specify the existence of the subject, to include the speaker as the subject of the preposition to for a period directly. So the predeterminer, the determiner for that specifies the object indicated by the general noun places with the number 4. And the noun places as the object of the preposition to in this clause correspond to the phrase of the adverb how many places that includes the interrogative adverb how in the interrogative clause.